So today's Saturday. I'd done laundry, dishes, all that kind of fun stuff. And it's pretty windy, so I couldn't really use the drone anyway. So I just heard from the people who were going to give me a plane ride. So I think, if everything goes well, they're up in North Eleuthera. They're going to fly down to Governor's to pick me up. And then we're going to go for a plane ride. I don't know if they're going back. I assume they're landing in Governor's again. So this will be fun. I don't know, I've been in a little plane, and I don't know how big this plane is or any of those other things. So I assume at least 3 or 4 people could fit in it. So I'm going to bring some cameras. I'm hopefully going to get some good footage, and we'll have a totally different perspective than when you use the drone. Hopefully. Okay. This story is going to be about my plane ride flying around Eleuthera. And I want you to meet the people that made this possible. So I'm going to be having dinner with them tonight. Stay tuned. This is the beginning part of Hofgen's journey from Wisconsin. And it was on the GoPros in the cards when I downloaded the stuff from our trip. So I thought it would be interesting to also put this on so you could see, just a relatively quick overview, because it's not like Wisconsin's right around the corner. So it takes them, when they leave, which is fairly amazing, when they leave Wisconsin, it takes them 7 hours to get to Eleuthera. Now, this plane, believe it or not, only has a 60-gallon gas tank. There's 30 gallons on each wing. So they have to stop somewhere around Tennessee, then they stop again in Florida, and then they make it over to Eleuthera. But like me, Sid knew this was coming too, after I told her. It takes us, if I leave here at 6:30 in the morning, I usually don't get to Maine or Vermont till like 8, 9 at night. So she was like, when you told me that, I knew that was coming. We ought to get one of these planes. We could be back up there in 4 hours. But this is the start of their journey from Wisconsin, through the clouds, through clear weather, and you can see all the contrails up there, the other planes, and them making it down to Eleuthera.
Hello, my name is David Hefkin. We flew in from Wisconsin down to Eleuthera, and this is my wife Kathy.
Lauren.
And Joseph. Well, it was great flying with you today. There's going to be some great footage coming out of that. And you letting me fly was wonderful.
Well, I'm headed up to the airport, and I'm going to go for the plane ride. I wish I could switch that. I hope that storm isn't going to be a problem. We'll see, I guess. But hopefully we'll be able to get up and get some good footage. So I'm on my way. Okay, you see that over there? And the way those clouds look over there. I don't know how this is gonna go, but maybe we'll stay away from them, hopefully.
All 3 GoPros are going.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm sure some of you are wondering, did you know David before and his family? And the answer is no. Not in a physical sense. We'd had communications through this channel and other things, but I'd never physically met them. And so, you know, some people would be like, you went for a plane ride with a person you never even met before? Yeah, that doesn't bother me. I had a pretty good sense of, you know, the people involved and everything, so that was fine. Now, I know another group of you is going to be like, and you went on a little plane? Yeah, little planes don't bother me. It's one of those things. I'm used to flying on the planes that go out of here. And, you know, they go up, they go down, they go sideways, and the smaller they are, the more they move. But it really doesn't bother me. So when David offered to do this, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to do this. This is wonderful. So I'm going to, as we go along, run through this and show you different aspects and some of those things, because, you know, here's one of the things. If you look at the island, look how thin it is. Okay? When you're on the ground, you don't see that. You think, you know, you're on a landmass, which you are, but it's not a fat island. It's a long, skinny island, and as you'll see through the videos, it doesn't go straight. It goes down and on an angle and all over. So this view is sort of like having the drone out, but what you get is, you know, a whole different perspective. A drone only goes so far. This is like a drone you sit in, and it's absolutely wonderful because you've got a whole different perspective that you can't get even with a drone. Like coming up here, you can see the water, the aquamarine colors, and what you're seeing coming up on is we're coming up on Twin Coves. If you look to the left, you'll see the reefs, and those reefs are what help protect the island in storms. If those waves came in without those reefs, the sand would be constantly eroded. So those reefs are vital to keeping the island intact. If you go up to Navy Beach, you'll see the difference where the Navy had gotten rid of those. And there's some more reefs right there. So we're going to go through this and just, you know, show you the different parts, where we were, how we, what we saw from up here, and I'll make comments along the way. Okay, if you look to the end of the wing there, there's a little GoPro, and that spit of land that you're seeing out in the ocean, that's Cupid's Key. We're on the other side of the island. Okay, down there in that cluster is Pineapple Fields, but we did a circular flyover of Potlatch where I've been doing the project. And if you've been following this, you can see the building and the property from up above. We've been there for better part of a year rebuilding that main building, which, just so you know, that main building is actually just reception. There's no rental rooms, there's no anything for people to stay in there. But it's a beautiful beach out front, as you can see, and the watercolor is just, you know, phenomenal from up here, because it gives you a whole different perspective than when you're on the ground. I mean, you look at those aquamarines, and as it goes out a little deeper, then you start getting those deep blues. And then you can see the reefs in there. A whole different way of looking at it. The houses you're seeing along the coast there, that's Double Bay, and you can see there's a pond behind, so it's not very populated or anything. There's a good number of houses there, but it's a very nice beach. And as we're heading farther south along this coast, you can see there's various ponds, and you can see that red one right there. Then there's another one after that, and as we continue a little bit farther south, what you're going to see is Savannah Sound and Windermere Island. Okay, the roundish body of water is Savannah Sound, and to the left, that spit of land that comes out is Windermere Island, which Windermere, as far as I know, is the only gated island in the Bahamas. So if you don't know anybody or you don't own property there, you can't just drive on Windermere and say, oh, I'd like to look around. Doesn't work that way. You have to know somebody or own property, period.
You forgot to move, so shut up and groove.
So this little piece of land here is the end of Windermere Island, and if you look at the water in between, that's Savannah Sound. We'll be continuing this with more to come as we head down to Lighthouse Point, Cape, Rock Sound, much more to come.